Welcome, everybody, to our episode today, Generation Next, Volume 2.0. Again, taking a look at some of the top high school talent, college, getting ready to go off to college and play in some of the major conferences in the country. And we are here today. It's International Day. We're crossing international lines here and talking with Hugh Pinkney, one of the outstanding young recruits in Rutgers, awesome 2022 class. Hugh is live in Toronto. In Toronto or just outside of?
In Toronto.
Lives in Toronto, and we're here talking about Rutgers baseball and his incredible journey to get there and some of the awesome things that he's done. Welcome, Hugh. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Very excited.
Absolutely. So same here, because we love stories that are a little bit out of the ordinary. And wanted to get into, we'll talk right away with your recruiting process to get to Rutgers, because you had a lot of obstacles that, everybody kind of had the COVID obstacle that's coming in here in the class of 22, but you also had the obstacle of Canada being tougher on lockdowns and being able to play and things like that than the US. Not only was your 2020 really, shot, but your 2021 was affected where most people weren't. So tell us about your recruiting and how we ended up in a great conference at a great school, here in Jersey.
Yeah, so I was down in March of 2020. I was down in Florida with my my travel baseball team from Ontario. And we had just heard the news that we had to go home. There was lockdowns. We got 2 weeks off. So we had to make a 24-hour bus ride back home to Toronto. And so as soon as I got home, I was sitting in my house. I was a bit worried about the recruiting process, because it's tough enough as a Canadian to get seen by the schools in the States, but especially with COVID, it made it really difficult. So I thought there's no better time to send emails to schools. So I sent a bunch of emails to a lot of schools that I was interested in, one of them being Rutgers. And it turns out Coach Monahan from Rutgers saw my email, and we got into contact. The same day I sent my email, and we were in contact over COVID with, I was in contact with Coach Monahan, Coach Owens, and Coach Pederuto, and just sending them video, doing what I can, going to the local park, catching bullpens, hitting front toss. The videos weren't always the best quality, but it's what I could. I did what I could, and I'm lucky enough to be able to call myself a Scarlet Knight today. So I'm very thankful that I sent that email back in March.
Yeah, how about that, right? And remember when we thought it was only going to be 2 weeks right away, and everything was going to be fine after that, right?
Oh my God, such a whirlwind of a year.
Yeah. So, I guess with your travel team, you came down a few times. Coaches were able to see you play a little bit, I guess up until that point that would be your sophomore, your 10th grade year?
Yeah, so my travel team, we came down in 2019. We played in 3 tournaments in the States, but we're still grade 9 kids. We're young. Like, it wasn't, I was just all excited about the future. I got an opportunity to play in 2019. I got an opportunity to play in the biggest showcase tournament in Canada called Tournament 12, which is held annually at the Rogers Centre here in Toronto. So that was the top 150 players in Canada. So I did get a little exposure in front of college scouts and pro scouts at Tournament 12, which was a lot of fun, and it had been something I had dreamed of ever since I was a kid. But unfortunately, that's not going on anymore because COVID. It didn't happen last year or this year. So I'm glad I got to play in it that one year as an underager. But yeah, I hadn't really had much exposure to college scouts except for probably that event.
Yeah, and so then you get your 10th grade high school season was wiped out.
Yep.
What was some, here we were able to play a 2021 season. It just started a little bit later, but most guys still were able to play most of the year. Now, were you able to play at all last spring, or if so?
Not at all. I was we were in shutdown from mid-January to probably middle of June. So
Yeah,
so a lot of my a lot of the training I would have done with my travel team and by myself off to the side just going into facilities was unavailable. So it was really tough, and that's actually what like motivated me to reach out to travel teams and see what I could do down here, down in this.
yeah, yeah, and it's crazy, and I think, as I was saying to you before we started rolling here, I think in New Jersey we saw some of the effects of that. The stricter, the Blue Jays weren't allowed to play in Toronto until I guess August 1st,
Yep.
and so they were playing in Buffalo. Their minor league team, the Buffalo team, came down and played in Trenton. So we saw how that went. But obviously you just didn't have a lot of competitive at bats, and you were probably wondering what was going to happen this past summer. So tell us how you went from there to kind of getting a taste of baseball in New Jersey, and hooking up with your summer travel team, the Diamondjacks, and how that went.
So obviously, once I committed to Rutgers, I have the immediate New Jersey connection,
Yep.
and with that, I started looking into travel baseball in New Jersey because I thought it'd be good to play in New Jersey, be around Rutgers where I'll be for the next 4. And so I reached out some travel teams. I sent video to some coaches at Diamondjacks, and I eventually we got the situation where my family felt comfortable sending me down, and I played for Diamondjacks all summer. I had a great experience playing in New Jersey in front of. I got to finally play in front of my college coaches, which was nice. So they got to see me in person finally, and I got to be I was 20 minutes away from campus, 20 minutes from Diamond Nation. So played in tournaments with Diamondjacks at Diamond Nation, went down to Alabama, played in a big perfect game tournament there, and then to World Wood Bat in Georgia in July, which was probably my greatest experience playing baseball. Because as Canadians, our travel teams, we go to a few tournaments, but not. I haven't been to some of those major ones like World Wood Bat and the PG 17U National Championship in Alabama. So just getting to play against those top teams and playing with a great team as well.
Right.
Experience I'll never forget, and it has definitely. I can already see the effects. It's helped me now, and I feel like it'll only make me better for down the road.
Who did you stay with while you were down here?
I was just so for the first month I was with my mom, and then my mom had to go back because my dad's a principal, so
Okay.
so then my dad came down. They kind of flip-flopped in early July. So I was with them the whole time. It was interesting. I was just in a hotel the whole time. So
So say you were living hotel life. You were like a minor leaguer.
oh yeah, I'm a hotel breakfast expert now. So I got my.
Who's got the best hotel breakfast around in Central Jersey?
I only stayed at one hotel in Jersey. I only stayed at the Hyatt. So I had a lot of Hyatt breakfasts.
Rank them. Pretty good, pretty solid. What's that?
Yeah, pretty solid. Just kind of normal. Pancakes, bacon, yogurt, milk. I didn't really enjoy the eggs much, but
Hotel breakfast eggs are never
no,
that
there was a little soggy and little. No, I was but
hard to cook them to order. And once you can't cook eggs to order and they sit there for a while, it's not.
yeah, exactly.
You go the pancakes, you go the waffle maker. If they got waffle makers, you're
Definitely.
pretty right.
Get a little fruit on there. It's no, it's good. It's good. I don't need to worry about making my own breakfast. It was nice.
So what did you find out about your game? Obviously, the very beginning, I'm sure there was a little rust you had to shake off too. But what did you find out about your game from that you're going to be able to take into now the winter and be ready for the spring and Rutgers?
Well, I had a goal over the off season to get stronger and put on weight because I was always a very skinny kid, and as a catcher, I was often looked like, oh, you're a catcher? Oh, you're so like, um, so I got a lot stronger, and I definitely felt those effects. So I can see. I always looked at kids in the States and like, oh my God, those guys are so big and strong, and I always wanted to be just as strong. So I definitely took from my experience that the work I put in, it's working because I feel I definitely held my own, if not performed very well against some of the top guys in the States. And I got to see a lot of guys and see where I stack up. So I definitely know where I still need to get stronger. I still need to just more reps of everything because I feel I'm on the right path, and the work I put in definitely paid off last off season. And yeah, so just taking little things from different guys, watching some of the top teams and watching some of my own teammates play has definitely been a great experience.
Definitely. Now, who were some of the guys that you played with on your team?
Oh, I played Connor Dreyer, Chris Maldonado, Cal McCoy, Tyler Stone, Matty Wright, Andres Suarez, just
This is the big national.
Nick Ferry. Yeah, definitely. Lots of great players and more importantly, great people. So I'm definitely grateful for that opportunity. And I'm definitely missing some guys. All of those guys, I had a great time with all of them.
But
They're all players and great people.
So most importantly, what they teach you about New Jersey?
I learned about the pork roll Taylor ham. That was very important. Just the New Jersey, like I guess it's tough. It's New Jersey toughness, I guess. Yeah. It's definitely a little different than Canada, but I kind of get that kind of hockey toughness vibe.
Yeah.
Jersey. Well, just working hard nose. Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think it's as different as it shouldn't have been that different, right? Everybody talks about how tough they are in New Jersey and the grittiness and tougher than the guys from the South, but you're from north of us.
Yeah, I got and I played hockey growing up, so I know a little thing or two about a little toughness, and I wasn't really a big goal scorer, big hands, like I didn't have all the dangles and everything, but I was physical. I was I was kind of a little, not an enforcer, but more that kind of style of play.
But the enforcer. I like that. So were you a defenseman or were you?
I was a winger, left winger.
All right. Play the third line or fourth line winger, come in, throw the gloves down a little bit.
Yeah, I had my little peaks and valleys. I had a little goal scoring year where I was putting pucks in that, but no, no, I was never really the flashy type. I didn't have the hands to score like that, but I always was good physically, and I could always throw the body around a little bit.
Played hockey like a catcher.
Yeah, exactly.
What got you sold on Rutgers being the place, right? I mean, it's from where you grow up, it's not like my dream is to grow up and play baseball for Rutgers, right? I mean, that just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, it's maybe come down, play in America, whatever. But what was it about Rutgers that really sealed the deal for you? Because it's a great program. It's on the way up, and coach, it's had its success. I shouldn't say on the way up, but coaches, Coach Owens has a great history. What was it that kind of sealed the deal for you?
Honestly, it's part of it. A lot of what you just mentioned, the up and coming program, the great academics, the reputation of the university, being a great university where not only if my goal to make it pro doesn't work out, I have that Rutgers degree, which is very important to my family and I. So that the playing in the Big Ten conference, as a Canadian, there's no closer big conference, so it's always kind of been a dream of mine. The coaching staff, I love the coaching staff. I love Owen's passion for winning. You can see that with his track record. So everything, it checked all the boxes for me as a Canadian. As a Canadian growing up, you're just looking, oh, maybe I can go here, maybe I can go here. There's no really home school. For me, I always kind of wanted to stay on the East Coast, so it made sense. I didn't want to be too far from home, but just everything, all the boxes checked for me. The coaching staff, the conference, the school, everything was great.
I get that like toughness vibe from Coach Owens too, physical and mental. I mean, he was a great
Definitely.
two-sport athlete himself, he's got that cold weather background baseball wise, I just get that vibe of like he's just a perfect guy for, that Jersey mentality too.
Definitely. I think he's the perfect man for Jersey.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get him to be governor or something in a couple of years when he's done. We'll get him to take care of that too after you guys make the NCAAs a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
Couple random questions for you. We like to do that.
Yeah.
Favorite school subject?
Probably the sciences, biology, chemistry. I think part of it for me is I love my science teachers. So I think that plays a big part. But no, overall I do enjoy learning about the environment and stuff like that. So probably I'd say the sciences.
What's I'm gonna guess. If I'm wrong, tell me. But the kind of common question I ask of what would you be D1 in if it wasn't baseball, or want to be D1 if it wasn't baseball? It's probably hockey.
I don't think so, because I watch a lot of Rutgers. So but I play school basketball and school football when my school did have football team. We didn't have one this year because of COVID again, which was unfortunate. But
So Big Ten football.
Yeah, I'd probably go football. I love basketball too. Yeah, either one of those two. You can't go wrong.
Favorite professional sports team, does not matter what sport.
Toronto Blue Jays, for sure.
Favorite player of all time?
Probably Russell Martin or Joey Votto, two Canadians.
Yeah.
I've gotten the opportunity to meet both of them. Russell Martin was one of the catching coaches while I spent time with the Canadian junior national team down in Florida this past October. And I've gotten to meet Joey Votto a few times because he comes into the facility I train at sometimes in the off season. So I'd say probably those two.
So you hit from the left side, he hits from the left side. We can call you the Joey Votto of Rutgers yet, or we got to wait?
Yeah, we'll go Joey Votto mixed with Russell Martin behind the dish.
That's right. We got both of them. That's right.
Oh, man.
What have you mastered in everyday life?
Mastered? I don't think I've mastered anything. Taking the subway. That's
legit.
I take the subway probably 3 times a day. Just trekking TTC, Toronto public transit. I don't know. That's
the gold medal master of the Toronto subway system, and that's good because
that's an interesting one. But yeah.
And I'm sure you got people who are not masters of it that you probably have had to help out along the way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thing you're most looking forward to about Rutgers, other than baseball?
Oh, meeting new people, making new friends, lifelong friendships. I can't wait. My experience in New Jersey has been nothing but great people. I can't wait to get to the university, make new friends, play baseball, play in the Big Ten Conference. Yeah, honestly, meet more New Jerseyans.
One thing, good. You will get the chance too.
Yeah.
That's right. You're in the right place for that. What's one thing that we don't know about Hugh Pinkney that you want us to know before you get down to school?
I love to win. I don't know.
Good.
That's probably a pretty common answer for most athletes, but yeah, and I love to win.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We appreciate the time here on International Day.
I appreciate it.
100% wish you the best, as you go through your senior year. Get done what you need to, and we look forward to seeing you down here, and let's get some let's get some more jersey and winning done sometime soon, right?
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Let's do it.
Awesome. Hugh Pinkney, our guest today, Jersey Baseball Show, Pride of Toronto. We are excited for him to be making his arrival at Rutgers in September of 22. That's it for today's episode of Jersey Baseball Show. We look forward to seeing you guys next time.